Welcome to Trojan Magazine.
I'm Drew Munson.
I'm Andy Ormuller.
And I'm Ryan Johnson.
This week on the Big TM, you'll be seeing Bashy's Bungalow as usual, except for a little technical difficulty which showed up last week, and Bashy was unable to be on the show. Not his fault at all,
Nope.
but he'll be back this week.
Yeah, he
for
will.
sure.
We'll have question of the week.
And we'll also have the cereal world, and in the news, we'll have a breakthrough story here at WHS, something you won't want to miss.
So, kick back and
Relax.
Grab a soda.
grab the
Pop it open.
popcorn,
The popcorn. Can't
For
forget
sure.
the popcorn.
microwave, air pop, pan popped, whatever, whatever your preference is, even store-bought and bagged kind, if that's what you want. So, just kick back and enjoy the show, and remember, we're here to enlighten your lives.
How does it feel? How does it feel?
I think the Trojans are really doing well. We're really on the verge, and we'll go far this season.
Okay, I like football, but I don't know anything about it, so.
Well, I think that they are not doing too good, just because, I don't know why.
Just because they won their last 3 games.
Really? 3 in a row.
Well, the 3 in a row, they're lucky.
I think they're awesome.
Thank you.
They're on a comeback. Okay.
They're awesome. They're going to really start kicking some butt, man. They're winning 3 in a row now, so I think they're just going to go all the way.
Well, they're not doing as good as they did a couple years ago, but they've won, what, 3 in a row or whatever, so they're doing okay.
Okay. I think the Trojan football team are doing really awesome.
I think the Trojan football team is doing a pretty good job this year. There you go. I haven't been there yet.
Well, I don't know. I haven't been to any of the games yet, but hopefully they win.
Oh, they've improved with each game, it looks like, and I think they might do okay for the rest of the season.
I don't know. I think they're doing a great job. I'm really proud of all the guys and the coaches.
I'd say it's not as good as last year, but I think they could improve some. They're doing okay, but they should be doing better.
I'd say they're doing pretty good.
I don't know too much about football, but I heard they're not too bad.
The Trojans are doing good.
Well, they're doing okay, I think. Nothing too special, nothing like last year, but they're doing okay.
Oh, I guess it's doing pretty good. I think.
I started Hebrew school, at 10 I learned a trade. I hear they picked a bride for me, I hope she's pretty. The sons, tradition, the sons.
When frost is on the ground and everything is the leaves are turning, it means that we're in the fall activities also and getting thick into fall activities. And the area that we're going to discuss today is our volleyball program. And we have a new coaching staff this year in our volleyball program. A young lady with a good background in volleyball, and that's Miss Peggy Eidiker. And Peggy, I might add, will probably no longer be called Miss Peggy Eidiker because on the 23rd of October she's going to get married. So a lot of things are happening to this young lady other than her first year of coaching volleyball. She's going to get married this fall, and I know she's excited, and we're excited for her as a staff. Peggy, tell us a little bit about your volleyball team. I know that it's been a very learning experience for you also, in that this is your first coaching assignment, and you took the job several weeks before school, so you didn't get an opportunity to really learn and know kids. But how are things been going, and tell us a little bit about your team.
Things have been going well so far. It started off where I had to get to know the girls. I mean, when you walk into a room and you don't know any of their names or faces, you have to really get to know them first. And they had to get to know me and the other coaches so that, I don't know, we had to build a relationship first. We've got that relationship down, and they know my role as coach and Carlos Bernardino's role as B squad coach. So after we got through that, now we can really concentrate on volleyball and our volleyball skills. We've got two good leaders as seniors with Melissa Kupras and Tanya Thayer. We got a strong class of juniors that are really building their skills this year. And I'm excited for next year because I like that group of juniors and the sophomores also. That class has a good attitude, the sophomores.
Well, it seemed like when I watch them out there practicing and playing that they have a good relationship with each other. Mm-hmm. They seem to get along very well. Mm-hmm. And volleyball in this area has been very, very tough and very consistent and very, the opponents play very well. So each week it's not, we don't have a cakewalk as far as in a volleyball situation. Tell us a little bit about the teams you played and what you see in your volleyball background and what in the comparison to the skill level of the teams that are around here.
This is a very tough conference and a very tough region as a whole. I see us playing good volleyball. It's just when we play competitors that are really at state competition level, it's tough to get wins out. And when you don't get wins, then your confidence goes down, so that when you play the next game, it's really hard to keep yourself up and the self-esteem of the team. You need some wins to keep that up. But if they could concentrate on how well they're playing or how much they've improved, then that can build their self-confidence rather than a win-loss record.
And I really agree with you on that particular situation. You know, the teams that you play, the Marshalls and the Jacksons and the Lavernes and the Heron Lakes and Stordens and all those teams have really gone to the state volleyball tournament, and they've been at a very high level of skill in volleyball. I know that we're approximately in the middle or better than the middle of the season, and what are some of the things that, you know, I watch your athletes play out there, and I know that they're calling a lot of plays and making a lot of moves out there. What are some of the things that when we talk about a basketball situation or a football play or something, what are some of the things that you try to work on in educating the public a little bit in volleyball? What are some of the things that you work on as far as the bumping and the setting and so on down the line as far as volleyball? What are some of the plays that you would run? Can you explain something such as that?
What we really concentrate on right now and at the beginning of the season is our passing. Digging out their hard hit spikes or their hard serves, and not just passing them, but passing them where we want them. And that would be where we call our play or right to our setter. Once we get our pass to our setter, then we can get an offense going where we can call the plays we want, execute the plays that we want. When we can keep on that offensive situation where we have that control of the game, that's where we want to be at, where we can call the plays, put them down where we want them. Besides that, we also concentrate on serving. That can be a real offensive part of the game too. Not just hitting them as hard as you can, but hitting them where you want them. Maybe right up close to the net or around the boundaries are always good places. Or another thing is to put them next to their setter. You want their setter to get the first pass so that they can't set the ball where they want it to.
The one thing I've noticed that your team has been very, very aggressive on the net and digging, and I think that's a tribute to you and your team as far as the aggressiveness. I know that we have some tough teams to play yet, and I know that we're heading for the tournament play. Do you feel your athletes are, it's always kind of probably a poor question, but I'll ask it anyway. They're progressing like you'd like to see it, and they're getting some mental preparation for the tournament play as it comes down to the home stretch?
I think we're progressing, and it's hard to evaluate from the beginning of the season to the end of the season how much you want them to improve and if they really are doing that. But they have improved immensely. Whether we're going to be competitive against the Marshalls and Jacksons of the region, I don't know if we're quite to that point yet. It takes many, many years of building a program. Obviously, when the Marshall and Jackson have a big history of volleyball, it takes many years to build up to that level. So whether we're going to be competitive against them an entire night is, a little tough to do. When we can be competitive in a game and competitive to where the point where we don't make the mistakes, that's where we want to be at.
Well, Peggy, I really, in behalf of the coaching staff and the athletic department, we want to wish you and your team well in the remaining of the season. And we appreciate your hard work and your coaching staff's hard work and the team's hard work, and I think that's a credit to you and your coaching staff and the team, of course. And we also want to wish you the best in your marriage on the 23rd of October. That's very exciting, and we're excited for you, and it's always a big time in everyone's life. So best of luck in the season and on your wedding day on October 23rd.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
This is the story of three guys who are forced to eat breakfast together each and every morning.
And have those mornings filmed by Cable 3 for use on Trojan Magazine.
You will see what happens when people stop using their napkins and start throwing food.
Come in. Hey, dude, what's up?
Oh, hello there.
Hi.
Have a seat right here.
My name's Benny Clodhopper.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, we just have a couple questions for you here.
All right, I'll do my best, dude.
Okay. What do you do for a living?
Oh, I surf, dude. I surf and catch the waves and pick up the babes and I just kind of beach bum all day. And eat pizza. What do you expect to get out of the cereal world? A few tasty breakfasts and before I go and ride the waves, dude. Down at Lake Okabena.
Hey, wait a second here. Hey,
dude, what are you doing?
You're Drew Munson.
You're Drew Munson? I am not. Get out of here, Drew. Jeez. Well, that kid never learned.
That guy.
Give 90 minutes of your time tonight to the Homebound documentary. Come on in.
Come in.
Hi, guys.
Hello, have a seat
Howdy.
right here.
Sit on down.
Major Seymour Wood, U.S. Army.
Okay.
Oh, my first question is, well, I know you're in the Army. What do you exactly do?
Boss people around and yell a lot.
Okay. Another question I have for you is, what do you expect out of the cereal world?
Well, I expect us to be getting up at 530 hours a.m. every morning. Have oatmeal every morning at 600 hours.
You're Drew Munson. Drew Munson, get out of here, man. Get out of here.
Who do you think you are? Jeez.
I can't believe him. Here on Trojan Magazine,
we like to keep you updated on what's going on in WHS. So we've started a new little series that we like to call the Department of the Week. This week, we embarked on an adventure to the WHS library. Here in the library, you'll be welcomed warmly by Mrs. Witzel and Miss Burning, the two wonderful librarians here in the library. While students are at the library, students can do many things. Students can check out a book, which, might I add, they have plenty of. Also, students may use the brand spanking new Magazine Index, which runs compact disc programs and features such magazines as Time, Newsweek, People, Field and Stream, Mother Earth News, National Geographic, and Sports Illustrated, and many others. This computer has all the articles in such magazines since 1988. Another added feature of the Magazine Index is when students go to get a magazine article, they just get the article that they need, and they don't have to check out the magazine, for the computer prints out the article for them. No more looking for books in card catalogs at WHS. The library has computers just for this purpose. All you need to know is the author, keyword, subject, or title. If you don't know how to use these computers, again, the librarians will assist you. Update all students. The library is changing all book call numbers. They will now be the first three letters of the author's last name. So don't be all confused when this change occurs. The WHS library offers a vocational section for people who want to find out more about the careers they can get into. Finally, the library is also a resource or study hall where kids can just relax or do homework, as these kids are doing here. Well, that is our Department of the Week. Hope you enjoyed it.
Welcome to ESTM, Excellent Sports by Trojan Magazine. In football news, on Friday, October 8th, the Trojans football team traveled to St. Peter to play the Saints. The Trojans beat the non-conference rival 21-13. Due to circumstances beyond our control, we're unable to show you any game footage, but here is the people that made the touchdowns. Casey Werner caught a pass from Ty Timmons for the first touchdown. Vince Farkness caught a pass from Ty Timmons for the second touchdown, and Leigh Thomivong ran in for the third touchdown. All three of Shane Brink's extra points were good. Ty Timmons was 12 of 18 for 166 yards, and the Trojan defense made their presence known to St. Peter by stopping the Saints multiple times. The Trojans are now 3-3, and their next opponent is the Laverne Cardinals at Laverne on Friday, October 15th. And in tennis, the girls competed at the Section 2AA Southern Division Individual Tournament in Fairmont on October 11th. Jody Mueller lost to Connie Rebane from Waseca in singles action, and Ingrid Rubis beat Nancy Butterfield from Mankato East, but then lost to Waseca's Amy Bruham. In doubles, Susanna Mueller and Emily Rubis beat Mankato East team of Jennifer Rose and April Hafrungi, but then they lost to the Waseca team of Melissa Hammond and Steph Conray. Kirsten Johnson and Holly Sulak also lost to Mankato East's double team of Emily Colander and Erin Polzine. In cross-country news, the cross-country team competed at the Adrian Invitational on Monday, October 12th. The top three boys teams were Heron Lake Okabena Lakefield, Mountain Lake Butterfield Odin, and Canby. Worthington finished 10th. The winner of the boys 3 mile was Josh Metcalf from Mountain Lake Butterfield Odin with a time of 15:41. The top three Worthington boys were, coming in 49th was Troy Peterson with a time of 18:46. Coming in 56th was Andy Weemy with a time of 19:23. And coming in 59th with a time of 19:32 was Tony Cron. The top three girls teams were Canby, Murray County Central, and Heron Lake Okabena Lakefield, and Worthington finished 9th. The winner of the girls 2 mile was Allison Drates from Canby with a time of 12:22. The top three Worthington girls were coming in 30th, Marcia Model with a time of 13:43. Coming in 33rd, Holly Hansen with the time of 13:52. And coming in 38th with the time of 14:02, Erin Greeley. Their next meet is conference at Redwood Valley on October 19th. And now the upcoming sporting events. On Friday, October 15th, there's a Trojan football game at Laverne. On Saturday, October 16th, there's volleyball at St. James. On Tuesday, October 19th, there's boys-girls cross-country conference at Redwood Valley. And volleyball at home versus Redwood Valley. And on Wednesday, October 20th, there's Trojan football, home versus Marshall.
Hi, and welcome to Trojan Magazine News. To start things off, we'd like to send a big congratulations to Becky Knold, a junior here at WHS, on an article she wrote called The Gift of War, which was published in the Minnesota High School Writer. Congratulations again, Becky. Science Club held its first meeting of the year on Tuesday the 12th, where they named the officers. Marcia Model is the president of Science Club, Nathan Larson the vice president, Jenny McEwen's the secretary, Leslie McNeese the treasurer, and Chris Larson is the head of activities. The advisors of Science Club are Mr. Larry Peterson, Mr. Olson, and Mr. Kroger. Science Club is a lot of fun and a good way to learn about science. Science Club member and Vice President Nathan Larson was quoted as saying this past Wednesday. October 21st and 22nd, which are a Thursday and a Friday, all students are off of school for the MEA State Convention, an annual happening that the Minnesota Education Association holds, where teachers from all around Minnesota go up to the Twin Cities for teachers' meetings. Everyone in WHS is reminded of a school policy regarding jackets and coats. They are considered inappropriate attire and are not allowed. Coats and jackets are to be worn only when entering and exiting the school. This policy is in effect September through May as a health and safety precaution. Full cooperation is appreciated. On October 20th, there is a District Future Leaders of America meeting. No further information was available at Trojan Magazine's airtime, but we'll be updating you on that as soon as we get more information on it. And on Wednesday the 13th during 5th and 6th hour, and on Thursday the 14th during 1st, 2nd, and 3rd hour, the sophomores at WHS took the TAP tests, as all sophomores do every year. The TAP tests are used to test students' ability and knowledge in certain scholastic areas. For many a millennium, here at WHS, we've held a fall play in mid-November or thereabouts. Well, set yourself at ease, for this year is no different, as Mrs. Blegan and her trusting students and her cast for the play will be holding WHS's annual fall play. This year's play is called The Man Who Came to Dinner. Senior cast member Chad Lindquist took some time out of his busy schedule to give us an insight on what's going on with The Man Who Came to Dinner.
I'm Chad Lindquist, and I'm in the WHS fall play production of The Man Who Came to Dinner. In the play, I play Bert Jefferson. Bert's kind of the love interest of the main character, Maggie, so it's a fairly sizable role, one that I think I can handle. We usually practice 3 to 4 times a week at around 6 after we get out of football practice, but I'm usually good for 1 or 2 times a week. But we're having fun, probably more than we expected to, and everyone come see The Man Who Came to Dinner.
All right, thank you, Chad. The lead roles in The Man Who Came to Dinner go to Jeremy Scott, who will be playing Sheridan Whiteside, and Marcia Model will be playing Maggie.
So on November 20th, come on over to Memorial Auditorium and spend an evening with what has always been a wonderful and entertaining event, the WHS Fall Play. Also, all cast and committee of the Fall Play are reminded of pictures for the Fall Play's program on Tuesday, October 19th at 12:40. And now for our top story. Early last Friday morning, many of the magazine sales prize items were stolen from the display case in the WHS student lobby. There is no insurance to cover the stolen items. As a result, some of the magazine sale profits, which are going to be used for the senior prom and other school activities, will have to be used to buy other prizes for the sophomore magazine sales. In effort to catch whoever it may have been that has stolen these items, there is a confidential cash reward being offered. The reward will definitely be worth your time and help. Information may be given to Mr. Blotty or Mr. Hewitt at WHS, or call Crime Anonymous at any of the following numbers: 372-2136 or 376-3012 or 376-6792 or 376-4303 or 376-4263. This has been your Trojan Magazine news for this week. Tune in next week and find out what other exciting happenings are going on at WHS.
Jeepers creepers, guys. Trojan Magazine's over.
Oh well.
Gosh,
we'll be
darn
back
it.
next week.
We sure will. So don't forget about us. The week stretch between Trojan Magazines is just a time where you
just want it even more.
Where your love for us can be built up, and you'll be much happier once you get it. We promise.
Bye.
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 When I wake up, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. When I go out, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. If I get drunk, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who gets drunk next to you. And if I haver, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who's havering to you. But I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be the man who walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. When I'm working, yes, I know I'm gonna be the man who's working hard for you. And when the money comes in for the work I do, I'll pass almost every penny on to you. When I come home, oh, I know I'm gonna be the man who comes back home to you. And if I broke, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who's growing over you. But I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be the man who walks 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. When I'm lonely, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who's lonely without you. And when I'm dreaming, well, I know I'm gonna dream about the time when I'm with you. When I go out, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. And when I come home, yes, I know I'm gonna be the man who comes back home with you. I'm gonna be the man who's coming home.